Hello everyone, welcome back to the Twisty Test Championship. Today we got a big matchup between the Pakistan side and the English side, and it's going to be taking place in England. So hopefully England can use their home ground advantage here. Obviously each team in the series will get 2 home games and 2 away games. So it is going to be which teams make the most of their ability at home, and this test is actually going to be a day-night test. I know we probably don't have too many of those taking place in England, but the game spat it out and it said, hey, this is going to start at 2 p.m. and it's going to be a day-nighter between England and Pakistan. England have won the toss and they've elected to bowl here on day 1 at, I don't even know where this is, I think it was Headingley. Let's see how it all goes. Anderson with the first ball. And it's a dot. Pretty quiet first over here. 5 dot balls in, or just the 1 single, sorry, so far. Anderson started well. Gets the edge, and oh, what a take! Absolutely fantastic from the English skipper Joe Root there, diving to his right-hand side. And he manages to pull out the opening wicket with this brilliant catch. Saw it late, almost took it behind him. That's how late he got onto it. But gee, it was a good take. Abid Ali gone for 1. Pakistan slump to 1 for 1. Azhar Ali now making his way to the middle. Stuart Broad starting off the second over. Can he continue in the way? Anderson started. Oh, there's the outside edge. This time Root not able to get onto it. Goes to his left. And it's through to the boundary for 4. So a promising start from England, especially given they did choose to bowl first. They got that opening wicket in that opening over. Since then, these two have just been able to get a little bit of luck as that one rolls through to the boundary and just survive a little bit. So it's going to obviously be difficult twice today with the ball. Obviously the new ball, and then again in the night session is when we expect it to get a little bit difficult again with the ball hooping around due to that sort of dew that might come in at night, as well as just the cooler temperatures might allow the ball a little bit more movement. It might be a little bit skiddier as well, so we'll wait and see. Pakistan at the moment, 28 for 1. Little inside edge, through to their keeper. Anderson's got 2. England have 2. And Pakistan lose Shan Masood for 12. They fall to 28 for 2. Now it brings Babar Azam out to the middle, who has started quite well in his test career. Obviously a young player, very, very good across the T20 international formats as well as the one-day formats, Babar Azam, and now is really starting to progress his first-class game as well as his test game. Starting to pick up a couple of good hundreds in the world of test cricket. Can he provide a little bit of hope for Pakistan today? He started well, and he started in quite aggressive fashion, 21 from 26. And just continuing to get some runs on the board as he drove that one down the ground. Just a glorious little on drive. And now with some real aggression through the covers for 4. This partnership already worth 41 runs. It's happened very, very quickly. And again, cutting it away nicely. He's just continuing to find gaps at the moment. A little bit of a slow outfield, depending on where you hit it. Some areas are a bit sharper than others. And this time, he just goes over the top. And this has been the Babar Azam show since he's made his way to the middle. Hasn't cared too much about his wicket, because at the moment, he is just hitting for the fences. 49 from 48 he moves to. It's been quite an incredible start. And now again, another boundary to pick up his half-century inside this opening session. While his partner at the other end is 17 from 73, or 16 from 73. Bubba has got to his half-century at a run of ball. Quite remarkable stuff, and a real turnaround from the strong English start that they had. Pakistan at 28 for 2. towards this end of the first session. Pakistan already past the 100 mark. The partnership worth around 80 as they come from the ground. So after that opening session, we said Pakistan, they were 28 for 2. They're now 107 for 2 with Babar Azam 68 not out with Azhar Ali, who's 18 not out, and he's faced 12 more deliveries. Quite absurd. England will need to change something in this second session to stop Babar Azam, because he is the dominant force right now. Sam Curran in the attack, trying to change things up with the left arm angle, but it's not working so far. Even Joffre's had some trouble. Who will they turn to? Ben Stokes, perhaps. Joe Root bowl some spin. It's just really difficult to see what changes from an English perspective with Bubba hitting so well, and Azhar Ali's just happy to plonk the ball down the other end and get away with some dot balls as Baba moves to 98 from 102. And again, Archer 2 straight, and Baba down the leg side. Picks up 4 more, picks up 100 at just under a runner ball. 102 from 103, 21 boundaries. It's been an absurd innings, and it's been full of pure class and attacking shots. And right now, through the bat of Babar Azam, Pakistan in quite a commanding position. The partnership worth 140 runs, as even the outside edge of his bat is going to the boundary. Is there nothing he can do wrong right now? But that just hits the outside of the blade, bounces away for 4, and even Azhar Ali has decided that aggression might be the way to go here. Partnership worth 150 with that boundary. And Pakistan, gee, they're looking good at the moment. There's a big shout from Sam Curran, and it's given. And the Pakistan skipper will have to depart. Was this one pitching outside the leg stump? No, no review. According to Azhar Ali, he's out for 50. Pakistan 184 for 3. Azad Shafiq now to the middle to join Babar Azam, and their run rate is still very high at the moment. 3.7. There's the edge of Shafiq. Didn't spend too long at the crease. Another wicket falls, and it's Sam Curran again. So Anderson getting the first 2 for England, Curran getting the next 2 much later on in the day's play. But they just need this little bit of recovery here, England. They can't afford another big partnership like that. At the moment it's 194 for 4, and Haris Sohail off the mark with a boundary. Or even that from Sohail finding the mid-wicket gap, and that's the short boundary down there for the left-hander. Goes to the boundary for 4 quite easily. Again, just a glorious stroke. And even Haris Sohail, since coming to the middle, has looked quite confident. I understand this is turning out to be a reasonably good batting wicket, especially the way Babar Azam has gone about things. So have England made the correct decision of bowling first? That one doesn't quite get to the fielder on the full. But with the first half chance Babar's created, as we'll recap things at the end of the second session. 2 more wickets for England. Azhar Ali and who else was that? Asad Shafiq with a 2 to 4, with Babar Azam still out in the middle on 125 not out as we begin the evening session of play. Pakistan 227 for 4. It's been a great start from them with this boundary too. Just the drive, and it raced away through the outfield. It seems to have quickened up here tonight as we head into this final session of play. Oh, glorious drive through cover. Haris Sohail is continuing the aggression with boundaries. And meanwhile, Babar Azam's dropped off a little bit. You can see him now 127 from 180 after he was almost going at a runner ball for his 100. So he's now taken a back step for this final session, it seems. Allowed Haris Sohail to Come on. Now, I've actually missed a couple of these moments here. I paused the recording, so we're going to have to look at the highlights of the wickets of Haris Sohail. It was a diving chance to his left, whoever that was, and Haris Sohail departed. Not too long after, Babar Azam was able to continue the boundaries. And then the wicket-keeper, Mohammad Rizwan, edged, caught behind, and it has brought Yasir Shah out to the middle. And that's where we sit at the moment. Pakistan 277 for 6. Apologies for missing those in-game, but I have been able to recover the highlights for you so we could watch those back anyway. I know it's a little lackluster, but sometimes we don't get everything perfect on this channel, but we do our best. There's a little bit of a mix-up. Bowler's end might be an opportunity for a run-out. They end up with the 2 anyway. As Babar pushes towards 150. As we have just under 5 overs left in the day's play. Stuart Broad back in there, trying to get some semblance of maybe a last wicket in the last over. At the moment, what is it, at 297 for 6. Babar picks up his 150, striking at 62, which is a complete contrast to the way he played that opening 100. Those next 50 runs took a hell of a long time for him to get to, but he definitely has been the standout star of the day. Final ball of the day's play, Pakistan 309 for 6, Stuart Broad to Babar Azam. And there's an outside edge. It's just going to be a dot. There's no one in the slips there waiting for it. That'll be the end of day 1. A commanding day for Pakistan. And they end the day 309 for 6. But it was all about Babar Azam. 158 not out. Jimmy Anderson 3 for 62. Sam Curran 2 for 52. Jofra Archer got the other wicket there of, I think it might have been Mohammad Rizwan. Anyway, that is it for the end of day 1. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on day 2. Can Babar make it all the way to 200? Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.